I mean, what's going on, guys? GZTV, you guys saw the title. I mean, tonight was nothing special for the NBA, just two matchups. I'll talk about them both, and I'll probably talk a little bit about some of the college matchups that went down today. Some big buzzer beaters were hit. It's March, baby. I'm definitely going to start going over college basketball stuff. But Nets and Sixers, it's really fun to watch college basketball, man. I definitely will admit that. I like the NBA a little more just because of the skill set, obviously, of the more developed players, but NCAA is always nice. It's scrappy basketball, and that's a good thing. Durant and the Nets rout 76ers, and Simmons returned to Philadelphia. The Sixers fans came to boo Ben Simmons. They left booing their own team. Of course, the most toxic fucking fan base in the NBA. You guys have never won a damn championship, and the time that you were a fan of the damn team, you guys are a bandwagon to the process, and now look what happened. It exploded. Harden and Embiid lose their first game together, and the Nets are victorious with Kevin Durant putting up 25 and 14. Kyrie putting up 22. Great game for Seth Curry with the presence of two all-star players in the court, putting up 24 with 4 for 8 from shooting, 10 for 14 from the field. I will give credit to Embiid, 27 and 12, but obviously the Sixers fans are booing Harden after a 3 for 17 performance, 3 for 7 from the field. Embiid shot mostly free throws too, so are we sure we can call this a good game? I don't know. That's all I have for that game. Warriors Nuggets. It was a good game until like the last minute when Jordan Poole was absolutely clutch and hit a bunch of really good shots. So that was nice for them. Obviously, this game just ended moments ago, and that's why I'm here. 34 points for Steph Curry. I will say Steph Curry is playing pretty decent recently. You know, he's gotten carried by a couple guys, but Jordan Poole, a great guy off the bench, putting up 21. Shout out to Jordan Poole, including 2 of his 4 threes being like in the last 2 minutes of the game. Clutch time shots, daggers, won them the game. Shout out to Jordan Poole. But that's all. We gotta move on to the Nuggets side. Sorry, I didn't forget about the Nuggets. I don't think the Nuggets played bad. They just broke down in the final few minutes of the game. But 10 and 11 for Aaron Gordon. I mean, he's been a pretty good sidekick for Jokic. Despite them losing, he still has played pretty good as a sidekick. And Jokic, 23 and 12, you know, kind of the typical Jokic performance. I'm not super impressed by it. But yeah, let's talk about some NCAA basketball. Let's go by conference. Let's start in the ACC. Um, what were some good games today in the ACC? You know, Duke got it done in Syracuse. You know, Coach K is still alive. That's nice. They surged late. You know, Syracuse was up a little bit. They have some shooters on their side, but you know what? Duke pulled out the W. So, congrats to Coach K. They move on to the quarterfinal, where they will be playing Miami tomorrow. Who Miami just got done playing a very, very tough Boston College team, winning by 2 in OT off of a bad transition defense on the Boston College just part. Game-winning layup. It was absolutely incredible. Great game. Boston College, Miami. One of the best games of the day. And obviously Boston College probably isn't making the tournament, but if they were, you know, that'd definitely be a good, that'd definitely be a nice, it'd be a nice upset pick in a bracket, to be honest. Virginia Tech and Notre Dame. Virginia Tech beat the number 2 seed Notre Dame. That's pretty awesome. Kind of an upset, I guess. Virginia Tech. North Carolina, I don't even want to talk about the game. They smacked Virginia around. Virginia hasn't been a good basketball organization since they won that championship, which was recent. I'll give it to them, but yeah. Let's move on to the Big Ten for the day. And was it Juwan Howard's debut pretty much back since that whole suspension, the 5-game suspension with him punching another coach. Unacceptable behavior. Uh, Bad sportsmanship, but he came back just to lose to Indiana by 5. So Indiana plays Illinois in the semifinal. Sorry, I'm at a loss for words here for some reason. But Northwestern and Iowa, one of the most dominant performances I've seen in recent college history for Iowa. Oh my goodness. 112 points in a college game. Ridiculous. Shooting percentages through the roof. 66% from 3, 61 from field. Keegan Murray, exceptional 26-point game. Wow. Iowa is looking very intimidating in the Big Ten. We'll have to look forward to that. Maryland, Michigan State. Michigan State got it done. I mean, kind of expected. It was a close game, but Michigan State gets it done. They nearly blew a 20-point lead, but they got the W. Shout out to my boy Malik Hall. He didn't play too good today, but he's on the winning team, so that was cool. Shout out to Russell on Maryland for getting 20 points. I don't really know a lot of college basketball players, so if I just say their last name, that's because I don't know their name. Moving on to the final game of the night, Penn State and Ohio State. Pretty good way to finish the night. Penn State upset Ohio State, beating E.J. Liddell. They rallied to beat Ohio State in the Big Ten tournament. E.J. Liddell is NBA bound, I would say. He had 25 tonight off of 6 for 14 shooting, which on the college level, mind you, that is really good. Yeah, again, shout out to Penn State, though, for pulling off the upset and winning in the second round of the Big Ten. Let's move on to. Let's talk about the Big 12. TCU upsetting Texas. TCU unranked against the ranked Texas. It's an upset. I mean, TCU's a good team, but they were down 20 and they beat Texas by 5. This is another upset that Texas has to face in their program, I suppose. I forgot was it Abilene Christian that beat them in the tournament last year? It might have been. There's not going to be a lot of big performers in these college games. It's just scrappy tournament basketball. But Kansas, West Virginia. West Virginia was good at a point in their program's history, but Kansas comes out and takes care of business as the 6th seed. Nothing much to see here. Agbaji is an exceptional player. I love Agbaji. Braun is good too, putting up 11 and 14. Yeah, shout out to Kansas. Oklahoma and Baylor. I have a couple friends that go to Oklahoma, so this was definitely exciting to see. A school that was 17 and 14 coming into this game, beating the second best team in the nation and pushing them back to the 3rd spot. This was a big upset. Winning by 5. This is a huge win. This could definitely help propel Oklahoma into the tournament when it was looking unlikely. Just a great team game for Oklahoma. Baylor shot horribly. Oh my goodness, they shot horribly. Iowa State, I have a friend that goes to Iowa State, but unfortunately the 14-ranked Texas Tech takes care of business, winning by 31, so I don't think the game's really worth talking about. What's another big conference? We can talk about, let's see. We can talk about the Big East. Yeah, okay. Providence beats Butler as they should. They only beat them by 4 as an 11 seed. Durham hits the clutch 3 to send number 11 Providence past Butler. I'm just talking about these games as long as I can. The St. John's and Villanova game was amazing. Slater clutch, number 8 Villanova rallies past St. John's 66 to 65. St. John's is very, very good for their record. That's something to note. 23 points for Champaign. And yeah, great game played for St. John's here in a big time tournament, but unfortunately they lost. My Marquette guys losing to Creighton. Obviously, Creighton beats Marquette by 11 in the Big East tournament. We've played Creighton and Marquette a couple times this year. My school has, I think. So yeah, that's cool. Seton Hall beating UConn beating Seton Hall as it should be. I mean, UConn's a ranked school for the first time in a couple years, so that's pretty awesome. Nothing too much here to unpack. I don't know any other really good conferences. What else are we talking about here? The SEC, that's right. Okay. Florida, Texas A&M. I witnessed a clutch shot today. That was spectacular. Who shot that shot? It was Diarra. Yeah, great game played by them. 21 for Reeves off the bench for Florida, though. That's worth noting. 22 for Coleman. This is a great game. I watched pretty much the whole game. It was pretty exciting. Vanderbilt beat Alabama, really. Vanderbilt was down 15 in the second half, and they beat Alabama. Good for Vanderbilt, man. Mississippi State destroyed South Carolina. Wow. LSU beat Mizzou, kind of expected. Mizzou recently, anyways, hasn't been a very good school, so that's kind of their problem. Yeah, that's the SEC. I mean, there's still games going on right now. USC and Washington are playing right now, but I don't really have time to wait for these games to get done. What other game should I look at? Cincinnati beat East Carolina. Akron and Buffalo is a good game, although it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things to me. It's not a big conference. SLU beat LaSalle. That's pretty cool. SLU is close to home, so that's nice. Oh, Stanford and Arizona. Yeah, Pac-12 is pretty important. Arizona only beat Stanford by 4. Wow. Stanford is a 500 team. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Boise State beat Nevada by 2. Okay, whatever. Any other games? Tulsa, Wichita State. Yeah, whatever. Oregon and Colorado. Again, another Pac-12 matchup. Colorado's good. Okay, I didn't realize how good they were. Awesome. They were good last year, too. Oregon had a couple good performers, but, just great, rebounding for Colorado. I think that's really what got them that win. UCSB has been in the tournament a few times. I watched a little bit of UNLV in Wyoming, and wow, that ended up being a very good game. Wow, okay. Okay. Not bad, not bad. UCF and South Florida, who is typing in the chat? I can't. Oh, a hacker, of course. UCF and South Florida, the Florida matchup. UCF barely comes out alive when really they should have won by a lot more, but I guess they didn't play that good of a game. Last minute three-pointer gives UCF the win. Who have I not talked about? I think I've covered these. Oh, UCLA and Washington State. Yeah, UCLA, my boy Johnny Juzang. One of my favorite college players. I fell in love with him when I watched him last year. He didn't have a good game. It was the Jack was junior night at 23-11, but still, it's awesome. Let's see, UCLA sees success. Grand Canyon has been a pretty decent university over the years. They won tonight. Not really missing anything. No. East one. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that's gonna be the video. I'm kind of just rambling about college basketball. It'll get a lot more precise. I will cover every single game in the tournament, no doubt about it. So yeah, just come over here if you need some tournament, some coverage. I mean, I'll be here. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. To all my new NCAA fans, just click that subscribe button if you're coming here. Well, I don't know if you're coming here. I didn't put NCAA in the title, but yeah. Prime Football on GZTV Live on Twitch, all lowercase. Go check that out. It's pretty much over, though. I mean, you guys probably don't really care about it